Have you ever wondered if a cat can get diabetes? The answer is yes. And what's even more surprising is that this condition is becoming increasingly common among house cats. The problem is that in many cases, the signs go unnoticed until the disease has already progressed to a more advanced stage. With that in mind, we've put together a complete and easy-to-follow guide for pet parents who want to better understand feline diabetes. In this video, you'll learn what this disease is, how it affects your cat's body, what the most common symptoms are, how it's diagnosed, what treatments are available, and most importantly, how to prevent it. If you love your cat and want to make sure they live a long, healthy, and happy life, this content is for you. Stick with us until the end and get all your questions answered about this important topic. What is diabetes in cats? Did you know that cats can also develop diabetes? This condition, known as diabetes mellitus, is an endocrine disorder that affects how the body processes glucose, the main type of sugar used as an energy source. In cats, the most common form is type 2 diabetes, which happens when the body doesn't respond properly to insulin or doesn't produce enough of it. Insulin is a hormone made by the pancreas that allows glucose to enter the cells, where it's used as fuel. Without enough insulin, or when the body can't use it effectively, glucose builds up in the bloodstream, leading to hyperglycemia. To make it easier to understand, think of insulin as a key that unlocks the door to the cells. In a healthy cat, that key works just fine, and glucose enters the cells normally. But in a diabetic cat, the key is either broken or missing. In that case, glucose just keeps circulating in the blood without being used, while the cells are left starving for energy. Over time, this imbalance can affect several organs, including the kidneys, liver, eyes, and even the nervous system. The body also starts looking for other energy sources, like fat and muscle, which leads to weight loss and weakness. Feline diabetes is more common in overweight, sedentary, and middle-aged to senior cats. Hormonal factors, long-term use of certain medications like corticosteroids, and conditions like pancreatitis can also contribute to the development of the disease. Although type 1 diabetes, where the pancreas stops producing insulin altogether, is rare in cats, it can occur in more severe or advanced cases. The good news is that with early diagnosis and proper treatment, many diabetic cats can live long, active, and high-quality lives. Understanding the disease is the first step to taking better care of your kitty and ensuring their well-being. Most common symptoms of diabetes in cats. Recognizing the signs of diabetes in cats can be tricky, especially because many of them are subtle at first. However, the earlier the disease is detected, the better the chances of managing it and ensuring a good quality of life for your kitty. One of the first symptoms pet parents usually notice is increased thirst. The cat starts drinking more water than usual, a behavior that might seem harmless, but is actually a key warning sign. This increase in water intake is often accompanied by more frequent urination. The litter box may be wetter, need cleaning more often, or in some cases, the cat might start peeing outside the box. While this can be mistaken for a behavioral issue, it may actually indicate a metabolic imbalance. Another common sign is weight loss, even if the cat's appetite remains normal or even increases. This happens because, without enough insulin, the body can't use glucose for energy and starts breaking down fat and muscle instead, leading to gradual weight loss. You might also notice changes in your cat's behavior and energy levels. They may seem more tired, less playful, more withdrawn, or hide more often. In some cases, they may have trouble walking, like dragging their back legs or walking with their hind legs lower than usual, which is a sign of muscle weakness, especially in the back limbs. This condition is known as diabetic neuropathy. Other signs include a dull coat, hair loss, and in some cases, a sweet-smelling breath, which can indicate high blood sugar levels. Even though these symptoms might seem minor on their own, together they're your cat's way of asking for help. If you notice any of these changes, don't wait. Take your cat to the vet as soon as possible. Early diagnosis is key to successful treatment of feline diabetes. Diagnosis and treatment of diabetes in cats. When it comes to feline diabetes, early diagnosis is essential to ensure your cat's well-being. If you've noticed symptoms like excessive thirst, weight loss, or changes in behavior, the first step is to take your pet to the vet. Diagnosis is done through blood and urine tests. These tests help detect high blood sugar levels, known as hyperglycemia, and the presence of glucose in the urine, which is not normal in healthy cats. In some cases, the vet may recommend additional tests to rule out other conditions and confirm the diagnosis of diabetes. Once the diagnosis is confirmed, treatment begins. And here's the good news. While diabetes can't be cured, it can be managed with the right care, and many cats go on to live long, healthy lives after being diagnosed. The most common treatment is insulin therapy, which involves giving daily insulin injections. This might sound intimidating at first, but with proper guidance from your vet, many pet parents learn to give the injections at home safely and confidently. In addition, your cat's diet will need to be adjusted. Special diets for diabetic cats, low in carbohydrates and high in protein, help keep blood sugar levels more stable. In some cases, the vet may recommend therapeutic food or even a balanced natural diet. Another key part of treatment is regular blood glucose monitoring. This can be done at home using specific devices or during regular vet visits. Frequent monitoring helps adjust the insulin dose and avoid hypoglycemia when blood sugar drops too low. Finally, maintaining a consistent routine with set times for meals and insulin injections, along with encouraging light physical activity, is also part of effective treatment. With patience, love, and professional support, it's absolutely possible to give a diabetic cat a long, active, and happy life. How to prevent feline diabetes. While there's no guaranteed way to completely prevent diabetes in cats, there are many steps you can take to significantly reduce the risk, especially when it comes to the most common form, which is type 2 diabetes. The first and most important preventive measure is weight control. Obesity is one of the main triggers for insulin resistance in cats. That's why keeping your cat at a healthy weight is essential. It all starts with a balanced diet, high in protein and low in carbohydrates, always with guidance from your veterinarian. Avoid giving too many treats, especially processed or high-calorie ones. They might seem harmless, but over time they contribute to weight gain and metabolic imbalance. Another key factor is encouraging physical activity. Indoor cats tend to be more sedentary, which increases the risk of metabolic diseases. Interactive toys, scratching posts, climbing structures, and regular playtime with their human help keep cats active and mentally stimulated. It's also crucial to schedule regular vet checkups. Routine exams can detect changes in glucose levels even before symptoms appear. This allows for early intervention, and in some cases, lifestyle changes can even reverse the condition. Avoiding the unnecessary use of medications like corticosteroids and hormonal contraceptives is another important preventive step, as these substances can interfere with insulin metabolism. And finally, remember, prevention starts with a watchful eye. Knowing your cat's habits, noticing subtle changes in behavior, and maintaining a healthy daily routine are simple actions that make a big difference in your feline friend's health and longevity. Taking care of your cat's health is an act of love, and learning more about conditions like diabetes is the first step toward making sure they live a long, happy, and vibrant life. If you've noticed any of the symptoms we mentioned, don't hesitate. Reach out to a trusted veterinarian. Early diagnosis makes all the difference, and with the right treatment, your kitty can enjoy many more years with a great quality of life. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you ever dealt with feline diabetes? Do you have any questions or tips to share with other cat parents? Drop a comment below. Your experience could help someone else going through the same situation. If this video helped you in any way, don't forget to give a like, share it with other cat lovers, and subscribe to the channel. That really motivates us to keep creating content about animal health and well-being. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.